Good day, tennis fans, and welcome to Point Counterpoint. I'm Ted LePak, and this is Blair Henley, and we're bringing you the French Open debate. To start, after Caroline Wozniacki bowed out of the third round against Kaia Kanepi, she became the latest player to lobby for Hawkeye Technology. Is that something the French should consider with their planned big expansion of Roland Garros?
You know, I get why everybody wants the Hawkeye Technology, but I guarantee you those same people who want the Hawkeye Technology are the ones who love the drama created by the umpires. I love it, and I will say, it's the last little bit of history that tennis is hanging on to, and I love it.
But in a Grand Slam, you have to have the Hawkeye Technology, period. You have to know when a ball is in and when a ball is out. And in a Grand Slam with a giant draw like this and all this drama, you have to know.
I love to me, I think the people who don't know tennis are the ones seeing the headlines saying Wozniacki tells the umpire, you need to go back to school. To me, that's a great draw for tennis, and I don't want to lose it.
Well, there's got to be a lot more expansions before we get to Hawkeye Technology. First of all, like the lights, they got to change the lights. On to the next subject.
After losing to Sam Stosur in the quarterfinals, Dominika Cibulkova said she felt helpless on the court because Stosur plays like a man. Is that an okay thing to say?
Oh, absolutely. I think she meant it as a compliment. It was taken out a little out of context, but I definitely think that Stosur does play like a guy. She's jacked. She is strong, and she hits hard. And I think that's great for the women's tennis to have a powerful player, and I think that's acceptable to say.
I agree that Stosur looks like she could bench press my SUV. However, to me, that is a total cop-out on Cibulkova's part. It's a backhanded compliment. She might as well have gone out there and said, well, why'd you expect me to win? I was playing a dude.
That's kind of right. I mean, okay.
Listen, 10 years ago, or 12 years ago, with Amelie Mauresmo, who was of a similar build, we had the same issue with Lindsay Davenport. Martina Hingis said that playing Amelie Mauresmo was like playing half a man. And, you know, people had a terrible time with that. All right.
I think it's acceptable.
Fair enough.
Roger Federer had a rare lapse in composure Tuesday when he yelled out the word out, when a fan yelled out the word out midpoint as he was about to go down 2-0 against Del Potro. Do you think, or would you like to see more fire of this flair from Federer?
Absolutely. I loved it, and I particularly liked I liked seeing emotion without seeing Federer crying, which is kind of what we've become used to. I think if Federer could let it out a little more, I think maybe he'd play better.
See, I think Federer needs to keep a cool head, especially if he's trying to get back to the world #1 spot. He needs to have that composure. He's known as the most level-headed guy in the ATP. So he's got to have that composure, that cool. That's Federer.
Oh, I always feel like it's better if you just let it out, and I think Federer could use a lot more of that, especially if he wants to try to overtake Djokovic, who is Mr. Personality on the court.
Federer's got to be cool. He can't be doing that like he did, yelling at the fans. He's got to be #1 cool.
All right. Well, other than a slight hiccup against Klara Zakopalova, Sharapova has had a Rafa-esque run to the finals. Will she continue to play at this level and complete the career slam against Irani?
No. Sarah Irani is a dirt baller, and Sarah Irani is going to be out to win her first final. And I think now that Sharapova has won the world #1, and we're going to see she's going to choke in the finals like she always does.
Listen, Sharapova is due. I know she's lost after being the favorite in the last 2 Grand Slam finals she's been in, but she's one of the best competitors out there, and I think she's not going to let that happen a third time.
Irani's going to win it. It's clay. Irani's finally due for one. Anyways, on to Nadal. Nadal has had an absolutely dominating clay court season, just losing 2 sets in his last 4 tournaments he's played in, and those were on blue clay. At this point, he's a shoo-in for the title. Do you think so?
Not with Novak Djokovic in the draw. As long as Djokovic is there, Nadal is not going to be comfortable mentally going in. If he can make it to the finals, if Djokovic gets by Federer, I think Djokovic is going to take it. I think no matter how well Nadal is playing, I think mentally he's not as strong.
Nadal is the king of clay for a reason. Nadal wins this tournament every year, aside from the one slip-up with Soderling, but he is going to win it. He's going to take it. He's going to beat Ferrer tomorrow, and then he's going to go on and spank either Djokovic or Federer, which I think Federer's got a pretty good shot at it too. But Nadal all the way. Vámonos, Rafa. Okay, that's it for our Point Counterpoint this week. Thank you. We're out of time, but this has been Tennis Now's Point Counterpoint of the French Open.